The 5 songs Otis Redding performed in his rain and curfew-shortened set at Monterey comprised an overview of his brief career. The incendiary opening number, Shake, had been a posthumous hit for Sam Cooke, the gospel singer turned pop star, whose supple voice, clean-cut good looks, and consistent crossover success, with white and black listeners alike, had made him, along with Ray Charles, a role model for every soul artist of the 1960s. Following Cooke's untimely death in a shooting incident in 1964, Redding had consciously sought to assume his mantle by recording his songs and emulating his determination to be his own man in the music business. Otis's second number, Respect, was one of the 3 hit singles he released in 1965, the year he emerged as a full-fledged R&B recording star. Respect was a prototype of the sort of driving dance tune with a stamping beat and a syncopated chorus of horns that defined the sound of the Stax label, but it had recently gained a new and greater significance as a vehicle for Aretha Franklin, who recorded it as part of her stunning debut on Atlantic Records in the spring of 1967. Franklin turned Redding's song, in which Respect served as a euphemism, "Give it to me," for sexual attention, into a woman's demand for the real thing, complete with a newly written release in which she literally spelled out the meaning of the word. By the time of Monterey, this feminist reprise of Respect stood at number 1 on the Billboard pop charts. "This is a song that a girl took away from me," Otis told the crowd, "but I'm still going to do it anyway." I've Been Loving You Too Long to Stop Now was another of Redding's breakthrough hits from 1965, and another hallmark of his style, a slow, imploring ballad in 12/8 time, paced by wistful arpeggios on the guitar and stately crescendos from the horns. "This is the love crowd, right?" Otis asked, alluding to the hippies' atmospheric embrace of love, advertised by a banner reading "Music, Love, and Flowers" that ran the length of the stage. He then launched into a romantic testimonial of excruciating intensity, addressed to a woman whose love is growing cold as our affair grows old. Phrasing tremulously behind the beat, edging into the song like a man edging into a difficult conversation, Otis couched his appeal in expressions of empathy. "You are tired and you want to be free, and gratitude. With you my life has been so wonderful," before plunging into an ad-libbed coda in which he searched and strained for the words that might persuade her to change her mind, pleading, "I'm down on my knees," protesting, "No, don't make me stop," and finally culminating in a thunderous declaration of, "Good God Almighty, I love you." In the nuanced emotionality of his singing on this song, Otis seemed to be drawing on a different dimension of feeling and experience than that of any other performer who would be heard at Monterey, and it dramatized the tension that lay at the core of his appeal, that a man so physically imposing and overtly self-possessed could indeed be so consumed, so utterly undone by the force of his yearning, his desire, and his need. Finally, with the rain coming down, the crowd in an uproar, he had the audience spinning like a chicken on a spit, one reviewer wrote, and the local authorities demanding an immediate end to the evening, Redding concluded his performance with a pair of cover tunes. The first was a frenetic rendition of the Rolling Stones' hit "I Can't Get No Satisfaction," whose presence in his repertoire reflected a conscious effort to cater to a rock audience, the impulse that brought him to Monterey in the first place. By stripping the song down to its bare essentials of title, hook, and groove, and dispensing with the lyrics' pretensions to social commentary, Redding recast Satisfaction as a swaggering carnal comedy that took his hypersexualized stage presence nearly to the point of self-parody. In addition to earning him an R&B hit in 1966, the song had served as a familiar crowd-pleaser on his European tours, where many fans, aware of the usual pattern of white appropriation, mistakenly assumed that the Stones version must have been a cover of Redding's original. The finale, "Try a Little Tenderness," was something else again. The song itself was a Tin Pan Alley standard, written in the early 1930s by a one-handed American pianist named Harry Woods and a pair of English lyricists, Jimmy Campbell and Reg Connolly, and recorded over the years by the likes of Bing Crosby, Frank.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.